Lil Mama and Angela squashed the vegan beef. Flavor Flav is back. And what does platonic mean anyways? We're going to figure that out and then some. You're watching a Growing Up Hip Hop New York after show on AfterBuzz TV.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hey, how you feeling, Missy?
I'm doing good.
I'm feeling good. I'm liking this vibe of the music. What's good, y'all? Welcome to the Growing Up Hip Hop New York after show. Today we got a great show in store. We are covering season 1, episode 4, Flavor of Love. We have a lot to talk about, y'all. So Lil Mama and Angela squash the beef. Even though it's vegan, Flavor Flav makes a return to the TV screens. We find out what platonic means, or at least hopefully somebody has an answer. Hopefully Missy has an answer. Also, Siani just simply needs support. We have our special segment, Glowing Up Fashion. We have fan shoutouts because we care about y'all, news and gossip, predictions, and so much more. But before all of that, allow us to introduce ourselves. To my left is this beautiful woman named Missy. Missy, what's up?
Hey guys, what's up? Thank you so much for having me on the show tonight. I'm so excited to unwrap this.
Yes, let's unwrap this like Christmas presents. And my name is Byron K. I am one of your hosts. Before we get into all this craziness, I just want to know, how do you feel about the episode, Missy?
Overall, I feel like this episode, the whole conversation with Designer and Flavor Flav, like that was something I was been waiting for this kind of like throughout the whole like season, basically. So I was kind of left. I think like they should have had it more explosive. Yeah. It just wasn't there for me. But overall, the whole episode, I think was a good one for sure.
I think even with their conversation, it's just the beginning. I think definitely more is going to unwrap. And we're going to talk about more of that, especially when we get to our predictions and everything. For me, the episode was cool. I like how we talked after the show and you said, how'd you feel about it? And overall, I do like this season and I like this episode in particular. But compared to like the LA and the Atlanta season, I feel like the flow isn't quite there the same way. I feel like the drama, of course, is there, but I feel like there's no true storylines, minus like, Designer trying to reunite with Flav and trying to reconcile those things. And also Siani trying to really launch her DJ career, and to a lesser extent, Fat Joe's son trying to. But I feel like, I don't know, the storylines aren't like solid yet. Maybe we're going to see more of that.
I feel that way too, because like with the whole storyline with JJ and Angie, like that's just like, okay, that's one storyline. I feel like they need something a little bit more substantial.
They definitely spread that thing and stretched it throughout 3 episodes when it's like, bro, he got arrested like 2 episodes ago. Like, it's done. It's done. But you know what is done, or maybe it's not done, is the beef, quote unquote, that's happening between Lil Mama and Angela. So they finally meet at a restaurant to hopefully squash it and see what's going on. Going into that, I actually found out that they actually have a 10-year relationship, just being in the industry together. But for me, the conversation seemed kind of awkward. I feel like they were beating around the bush at first, talking about diets and having kids and things like that before they got into the meat of it.
Yeah, I definitely feel the same way. I just feel like they were just awkward and they didn't know what to say, especially like walking in on the scene, like Angela's like, where are we sitting? And it's like, we just got here. I don't know. Mm-hmm. So it was just very like awkward. And I think Little Mama was just like on her tiptoes because she didn't know how to go about the situation or approach it. Yeah. Because I think she feels like she wants the relationship with Angela, but she wants it, but like doesn't know how to go about it. So opening up that conversation or like the dialogue was like hard for her. Yeah. Because I think like, I also feel like the relationship between them was just like misinterpreted, because they could have had a conversation 8 years ago about it, or even like that same year. Instead, they just let it go on for so long.
I don't know why, but I do kind of get it, because Lil Mama did say she felt like Angela's energy. She's kind of just standoffish, which you can kind of get that from Angela anyways.
But that's like, some girls just have that resting face. Like,
I wrote that too. That's funny. I said she had RBF.
Yeah, so she just has that face, and some girls just have that, and you can't really put that past them. Because like sometimes people say that about me. They're like, oh, you got that weird concentration look, and I'm like, I'm trying to figure out like what's my next move. Like I'm thinking about something else.
I feel that it's chess, not checkers. You're already on the next piece of the board.
So like that could be the same thing like what Little Mama and Angela have. So
yeah. Then on top of that, Lil Mama said, and this is crazy because I put it together after 10 years, and Lil Mama, she said this multiple times, you never really know with Angela if she's being real or fake or whatnot. Man. And it's like, you being around this person for 10 years, the fact that you still don't know, that's kind of an issue.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But she hasn't been around her for 10 years because I feel like you really don't know her. You just know of her. You guys are acquaintances. But you can't really say that about someone because if she truly knew her, she'd be like, oh, yeah, Angela's cool. Like, we vibe. But the fact that she says that, like, oh, like, she's fickle, like, I feel like that could just be, like, not entirely true.
And they're just seeing each other in passing. They don't really know each other, but they do have a lot of mutual friends, I guess. I mean, the industry is small. But I don't know. I guess with them, I want to say with women in general, it's a little, if you don't hit it off right away, then there could be like a little bit of tension or
I
whatever.
always say, like, when you meet someone, doesn't matter, like, man or woman, I always give it, like, 2 times. Because the first impression, like, people can be nervous. People can be like, oh, like, just acting crazy. So you're like, okay, like, maybe it's, like, an off day. But if I meet you again and, like, thereafter and you're still acting crazy like that, like, you already show me yourself the first time. So I should just believe you then. So... But I give people the benefit of that.
So I'm wondering why this is a thing now with them meeting to squash their beef, because they were both on the Atlanta season as well, I'm pretty sure. And maybe it's because Angela is like a producer on the show. So it's like, all right, if we're going to keep doing these shows together, we got to just work it out. Or maybe they were looking for another storyline. But I'm wondering why now.
Maybe now because what you said, like, she is a producer, so maybe they're looking for a storyline. Or maybe they always wanted to talk about it, and then this is a place to talk about it.
I guess it definitely adds to the ratings. But one thing that we definitely want to talk about is the love that we have for you, the viewers. Missy, let them know.
We just want to say thank you for making us the ESPN of TV Talk. For us to continue to grow, we need your help. So please subscribe on YouTube, give us a rating on iTunes, and leave us a comment. Also, please jump in the live chat tonight, and we will give you guys a fan shout out.
Yes, we will. And we're going to give some a little bit later, so stay tuned, y'all. Moving on, though, Designer. So first of all, Flav is back, and Designer was the one to make the call to get him back. The first time he didn't answer, but she finally contacts him, and he answered, which is dope. I think that, I don't know, I like the fact that she's taking the initiative to actually try to make something happen, especially her being a manager. She's literally acting the way a manager should. So maybe her as a daughter, maybe she didn't really want to hit him up, but her being a manager is like, we got to make this happen. So I really like her taking the initiative.
Oh, yeah, of course, because she wants her brothers to do well in this industry, especially knowing that, like, Flav has the connections. I feel like she wants to put herself aside, like, okay, I'm putting aside my differences. I want my brother to, like, do well. So I think that's a good, definitely, position that she's putting herself in. Yeah,
I think she's just being a good big sister, and just in general, I think Designer is such a cool person in general. I feel like she's actually pretty warm-hearted. She can be extra, but I think that's really her. So that's the difference between somebody who's extra for no reason and somebody who's extra because that's really them. I think that she's truly being genuine and transparent on screen, and I think she's somebody who a lot of viewers are going to fall in love with just because of that. So again, I like the fact that she's just so upfront with everything, and I think that she's going to, I don't know, if anybody's going to have like a breakout season, I think it's going to be Designer.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I think her personality just brings, to the table. And she's just authentic, and she's definitely different from all of the cast members, for sure.
Mm-hmm. She has a real close relationship, it seems like, with her brothers, too. Maybe because since Flavor Flav's not really in the picture as much, I think maybe she takes that as like, okay, I need to be more supportive. I need to kind of fill certain voids. Do you get that?
Yeah, I definitely feel that way. But sometimes I feel like sometimes their, like, conversations are forced because, like, the cameras are rolling. But, like, I also feel like they do have, like, definitely a good connection, especially that she is, like, sister manager. So yeah, they should definitely be talking for sure.
How do you think she's doing as a manager so far?
I mean, I don't know. We don't really get to see behind the scenes. We just see, like, what she's doing, the things she has planned. So it's hard to say.
Well, we did see that his name is Flea, right? He actually premiered a song. So Designer managed to get everybody together under one roof, even though it was briefly, and Flea got to premiere his song, the world premiere for the world and also for Flavor Flav. And Flav, he seemed like he was kind of into it, very into it at first.
Yeah, he was. And then he was like, I'm crying, but then, like, didn't want to support it entirely. So that made me feel some type of way about it.
So he liked it, but he didn't love it.
Yeah. Like, he's proud that he's, like, going in the direction that he's in, but it's like he's not all, like, 100% supportive.
So what do you think would have happened if Flea's song, let's say Flav doesn't help with it, but Flea's song takes off? How do you see Flav fitting into the picture then? Or trying to?
Well, maybe Flea would be, like, mature and be like, all right, well, maybe you just wanted to see, like, if the fans will like it. Like, then we can jump on a record. I feel like he wouldn't hold that against him.
I don't think so at this point. Yeah. I think they just really want their father. But I don't know. Flav, first off, his energy is next level.
Oh my gosh.
He's really like the person who he's showing us all these years. He held true to that in this episode, which I really liked and I respected that. He didn't come in brand new. And another thing I respected is even after hearing the song. See, here's the thing. I was surprised that Flav really at first liked that song so much because me personally, I really wasn't a fan. I'm going to be honest. I wasn't a fan. I didn't think it was a hit. I'm not saying he didn't have potential, but this song, I don't think this is it.
It sounds a little SoundCloud rapper vibes for sure.
Yeah, maybe. Or MySpace rapper. Like,
what's MySpace rapper?
You remember MySpace back in the day? The up-and-coming rappers was all on MySpace?
Okay, but that's what now they do with SoundCloud.
I wouldn't download it from SoundCloud, though. But I just think it's funny how, like, Flav, he seemed so into it until it was actually time to work. Then he's like, nah. But with that, he didn't give him false hope either. So I'm cool with that. He didn't say yes and then not do it.
He just said he got a lot of stuff going on. That sounds like a no to me.
Oh, it definitely sounds like a no. But at least he didn't say yes.
Oh, he could have said yes. Maybe he could I don't know. I think he didn't want to disappoint him. That's why he said no.
True. And I mean, he's disappointed him enough, so he's not trying to keep going down.
But I wouldn't ask him again. If I was Flea, I wouldn't ask him again if I made another record. Like, I would wait until, like, the success brings, like, the money.
I would pop off first.
Yeah, and then, like, then I'll have Flav come to me and be like, yo, son. Then I'll be like...
Wow. Now, I would let him come to me, and he can be on the remix. So, like, once I go platinum, you can jump on the remix. We're going to do Old Town Road.
Yeah.
We're going to do a straight-up Old Town Road. We're going to live on the Billboard charts for 18 weeks. The first 12 is going to be my original. Then next you can jump on the remix and we can take it there. But so no, the song is called Lost Flavor. Coincidence or nah?
Definitely a coincidence.
The funniest thing is when I first heard the title, I thought he called it Lost Flavor because they literally lost flavor, like in their life. Like they lost their dad. So at first I thought it was going to be like a tribute song to Flavor Flav, like since we lost you, it was out of our life. Here's
he was
a
talking
song
about women, and like that's like how the rap game is now. So then I knew what he was talking about. I was like, oh, okay, it's one of those records.
So what'd you rate the song on a scale of 1 to 10?
I mean, we only heard like a snippet of it. It wasn't even like the full song. Okay, from this part we heard, I rated like a 5.5.
Okay, cool. So it's downloadable.
No, but it has potential.
For who?
For him, like he can like make it better.
But it's not on Missy's playlist?
Why are you putting me on the spot?
I'm just asking.
Would you put out your playlist?
I personally wouldn't put it on my playlist, no.
Okay. We solved it. So no to your playlist.
No.
Okay.
So that's unanimous no?
Yes.
Okay. See, that's all you had to say. It wasn't that. All right. Well, anyways, y'all, you know speaking of no, what we need to know is literally what does platonic mean? So Vina Love and Medina are sitting here really trying to figure it out. At first I thought it was just Medina who didn't know, but then apparently, listen, I had faith in Vina. Like she's going to set her straight. And then she said that. I just had to put my head down.
No.
Missy, could you please tell us what platonic means?
Platonic means friendship.
Friendship.
That's all it means.
What kind of friendship? Because there's a lot of different types of friendships.
It's just, like we have a platonic friendship. Like we're friends.
Basically, no touchy feeling.
Yeah.
It's a friendship where there's no strings attached any way, shape, or form.
There's no puppeteers going on, nothing.
Right. Basically, it's just friend zone. You just straight up friend zone.
Yeah.
Like, call me when you graduate and I'll come.
Medina, what is she describing platonic as? I've never even heard that version before in my life.
She got it confused with polyamorous. And it's funny because the producers even tried to correct her. And they're like, it's poly. She's like, no, it's because I'm like.
But it was weird because she was thinking like we're together, but we do what we want to do, and I was like, that's like an open relationship. Like you're together, but
and they
you have
called
your
it that
own.
at first too, but she just wasn't with it. She's like, no, it's called. Cause she called it something. I forgot what she called it.
She wasn't speaking English.
She wasn't. She was speaking Ebonics. She was speaking
gibberish.
in tongues. But no, I hope they Googled it after that. I
really hope they did. Wait, what did Vina think platonic was?
When you have a sexual relationship. She literally thought it was the opposite of what it really is.
No, that's like an FB like friend.
Yeah, friends with benefits.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what Vina thought it was. So they was both wrong.
That's terrible.
So they don't know what this man wants.
That's the worst type of platonic. That's like the bottom of the barrel platonic.
That's
friendship.
not even. But that's the thing. That's not platonic.
It's not platonic, but like it started as platonic and then it like went south.
You said bottom of the barrel.
It is bottom of the barrel.
That's like the lowest.
You don't want that friendship because it's toxic.
Really?
Yeah, I mean.
There's good situations out there.
No.
Yes.
I disagree.
You talking about friends with benefits?
Yes.
Please, y'all, leave a comment. Is it possible to have a true friends with benefits friendship, relationship, whatever, without it getting crazy, without it being toxic? Let me know. Let me know for real.
I'm going to say no, but...
I'm going to definitely say yes.
Okay, well...
It can work. It can work. The thing is, y'all literally have to be on the same terms. So, all right. And I'll make this quick. So I had a homegirl recently. I had a conversation with a homegirl recently, and we were literally talking about this same thing. It was a couple days ago. And we came to the conclusion that if you want to have something like a friends with benefits and you want it to work, the issue that most people make is we try to look for somebody who we think we want, and then we try to conform them into what we want them to be. That's backwards. What we have to do is find somebody who has a common interest. In this case, it would be the friends with benefits. Maybe they're not looking for anything
so
super
OnStar
committed.
And Vina... Let's use them as an example.
Let's use them as an example. So what they should do is, like, hopefully they're two people that have mutual interest and then they happen to like each other, so it works out. Instead of I want him or I want her and I don't care what they want, this is what I want from them. That's backwards.
Yeah, well, there's no friendship involved. You're skipping the friendship step.
No, you can be friends. Literally friends and have benefits. But that's the thing. You both have to agree, like, this is what we're going to be. We're always going to be cool. I guess.
I can't do... No.
I mean, I get it. Leave a comment, y'all. Can you do it? Can you not do it? Does it even work, man? Does it even work? You know who's working right now, though? Or trying to? Miss Siani. So it looks like Siani, her mom is back in town, Miss Charlie Baltimore, doing her thing. And apparently, Siani doesn't think that she's supporting her the same way that she supports India, which is Siani's sister, who's a real successful model, really doing her thing. How do you feel? Do you feel like the support's there?
No. Well, especially just seeing her at her house. Like, she was just kind of like... Siani was like, oh, I don't have any food, and her mom was like, oh, I expected that. And it was just like, dang, you just got here, like. So, and then especially when she was talking about her career, like, her mom was like, well, I helped you get here and, like, to live here in this like in your apartment, which is fine. Like, that's also support, but then it's also like support of like my living situation, not my career. Yeah. So it's like partial, but not like fully. So I get where she's coming from, especially like her sister has such a great modeling career, and her mom was there every step of the way. So I feel like she feels like, why doesn't my mom do the same thing for me? Yeah. But I feel like maybe Charlie doesn't want to be back in that area. Yeah. It sounds like she's trying to get away from it. That's why she won't be supportive of Siani.
Maybe that's why the modeling thing is a little bit different, because it's a whole different lane. It's still in the industry, but it's a different segment of the industry. Whereas maybe Charlie Baltimore, she's just burned out by the industry.
Burned out, and also she came, not like she wasn't, it didn't sound like she was bitter, but she sounded like there's a lot of people out there that will do you wrong. Like, she sounded like very negative of the industry.
And she's not wrong, but I feel like she was definitely playing the devil's advocate in that whole situation.
I mean, she wants her like daughter to be smart, and I think she seems very smart. She doesn't give me those vibes of like naive, but like also we don't know her off screen. But just like when her mom was saying that, it made the connection to seem like she didn't want to kind of like rekindle that flame of her being back in the industry.
And at the same time, another thing I think it could be is the fact that from what we see of Siani, she's a boss. She's really going after. She's really trying to make it happen. She's not making too many excuses. The only excuse, if it would even be considered an excuse, is the fact that her mom's not supporting her the same way, which there's actually some credence to that. Like, we can see that maybe that's true. But one thing on the flip side of that coin is maybe that is because Charlie Baltimore really sees Siani as a boss. So it's like, you don't need the same help that your sister needed because you have something different in you. Like, you have this hustle and this drive. Yeah. So I can help you financially, help you get situated, but I feel like you can handle your career. Oh, at least to a certain extent. I feel like she doesn't worry about Siani the same way.
Yeah, I feel the same way too. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe she feels like she's very strong and she just needs her for a little things.
Yeah. And that could be a blessing and a curse. It could definitely be a double-sided sword. But yeah, I agree. Well, I feel like Siani doesn't think that Charlie is fully in as far as the managerial aspect of it. And I agree with that. Like, I feel like she's not really managing her the same way. But like you said, man, she has her reasons, I guess, right?
Yeah, especially.
But one thing I don't know what the reason is bitter big sister Angie. She's back at it again. She's back. So she's trying to still pressure JJ to just tell his mom that he got arrested. He got pulled over, arrested over some weed that wasn't his. This thing is spread over 3 episodes, and he finally aired out the kitchen and told his mom what's going on. It's long overdue, right?
Man, I'm so tired of this plot line. It's like getting to a point where like we already talked about it the first episode. Like, why are we talking about it again? Angie was loving it though. Like literally, like her face, like she was like mad. She was like still mad. I was like, why are you still mad? I would have just told my mom like right then and there, like when it happened, when he told his dad, like why are we dragging this out? And it was funny because like Deb and Angie have like the same like personality, so they both look like they're just like stink. And I'm like, why is this happening? Like he's just a kid. Like it would be one thing if it was like kept continuously happening.
Yeah.
Like he kept getting arrested for like weed in the car. Then that's one thing. But like the first time, like he already probably learned his lesson from going to jail. It was probably like super traumatic. It was scary. Like what? He's like 19. Like I don't think he's a bad kid. It's just...
Of course not. And they can tell. And it's crazy because Ange was sitting there. She was soaking it all up. She was adding extra stuff to the conversation. It's like, first off, you got him to admit it, right? He admitted it. Your mom is doing exactly what you wanted her to do. She's scolding him. She's calling Irv. She's doing everything you expected. Now you still add. And because he's irresponsible, because he has a lot to lose. It's like, bruh, stay in your lane.
First of all, like, why are we talking about this, like, serious conversation while we're throwing axes? Like, that was just, like, no. Like, we should have went to like a restaurant. Like, no.
That's what scared him. He's like, oh, and she's good with axes.
Yeah. And then like it just went south when she called Irv, and like they just they're like oil and water do not get along.
That's a good comparison.
Oh my gosh. And then she was like, oh, Irv just ruined the evening. No, honey. It was already...
Ange ruined the evening because she forced that. I feel like Angie's low-key a producer on this show.
She low-key is.
She wrote out this whole plot line herself. She knew what she was doing, man. But if I was JJ, honestly, I would have felt bad, but I wouldn't have felt bad for getting arrested. I wouldn't have even felt bad for telling my mom. I would have felt bad that Irv had to hear it. Because Irv did me a solid, like, just, I guess, guy code or whatever. Yeah. Like, he straight up said, hey, Dad, I don't want you to say anything. And his dad was like, you know what? I respect your word. I won't do it.
But that was wrong. He should have told his ex-wife, because you
think Irv should have?
Yes.
Okay, I agree.
He should have told her.
Here's my yes and to that. Yes, and I think he should have really just been real. Like, look, this is what happened. I talked to him. I told him all the things that I'm pretty sure you would have said anyways. Hopefully he learns from it, and like, we can't really scold him too much, but just be real with it.
He should have told Deb, so Deb wasn't in the dark, because she didn't know anything for like what 3 episodes. So
for good reason, because you saw how she acted.
Yeah,
she shut the whole event down.
But I'm saying, like, in that moment, like, he could Irv and Angie could have called the mom and been like, "This is what happened, Mom," over the phone or like whatever.
Nope, I do not want Ange calling nobody. She would call the police. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of weird, man, because Ange, she's just not the right one to deliver the message. I think it happened the right way. It happened by JJ. I just feel like he shouldn't have been pressured into it. That's really all I feel. He shouldn't have been pressured. He should have done it when he felt right. When the time was right.
Yeah.
But I guess when the cameras are there, the time is always right, right?
Oh, yeah, of course. Well, maybe he didn't want to wait to tell her, because then, like, he'll be going to court. And she's like, why are you going to court? And then it'll be, like, awkward.
True. I guess, man. But hey, let us know what y'all think in the comment. Was the timing right? Was Angie doing too much? Was she being bitter or not? And who would you have felt bad for? Did you feel the worst for JJ, Irv, Gotti, or who? Let us know, y'all. And before we hit into the fan shoutouts, because we're going to shout y'all out too, let's go to our special segment. We like to call it Glowing Up Fashion. With this segment, we basically just pick somebody who's glowing up, whether it's appearance-wise or even woke-wise, internally, the people who really just stand out to us. So I'll go first. I went ahead and picked Vina Love, because I love Vina. And I love her blue hair. She killed it. She has the matching blue glasses, the match with that's a bob, right? Is that called a bob?
It's a blunt chop, but it's cute.
Oh, she has a blunt chop with the blue. It looks like it's not even frosted. It's just blue sheen, clean.
She got the whole blue look.
She got the blue outfit, which is dope, and she got the blue fingernails. So I'm definitely going to give it to Vina Love, even though Siani came in a close second, because her hair always gets me. Siani kind of reminds me of an anime character.
Yo, her makeup always be on. I was going to say that when you were describing like glow up, I was going to say Siani, her makeup is always on fleek. Like her eye, like first of all, like I cannot do eyeshadow. Like I can do eyeshadow, but I can't do eyeliner, because like my hands are always shaking for some reason. But I'm saying like her eyeliner is perfect.
Oh yeah, she does that.
And like the wing is lit. Like my wing will be all scribble scrabble. Like she be lit all the time. Her makeup's really good. So is Angela. Her makeup's really good too.
Yeah, I wonder if they do it themselves. It's a show, maybe not.
Yeah. No, I feel like they could do it.
They could.
I think Siani does her makeup.
Yeah, I feel like her look is so unique to where only she knows how to produce it.
Yeah, it's like her signature look.
Yeah.
For sure.
And it works too. So your shout out was for who? I mean, not your fan shout out.
Siani.
Siani?
Yeah.
So that's your glowing up fashion?
Well, it's glowing up makeup, but that counts as fashion.
Yes, makeup is a part of fashion. Well, there we go. So now it's time for us to shout you guys out because you show so much love. We're about to get straight into some of these fan shout outs. First one I'm going to read comes from Saxton Heights. They said, Siani should speak with Vena's father, Kid Capri, to give her tips about DJing in New York. That's sound advice because he's been there and he's done that. He was one of the original DJs too, back when hip hop was popping off. He's a pioneer.
Medina should introduce them.
She should. That's like a no-brainer.
Yeah.
That's a good one. So we have another comment from SOTBP Conference saying, not tried the Popeye chicken. I'm semi-vegan, a work in progress. What is a semi-vegan? Let us know. And let us know how far you are in your journey, please. And Rashandra Powell, shout out to you. You be tuning in every single week. She said, not who hood. I feel like she said that in Medina's voice.
Oh, yeah.
Because they had a whole falling out. Nah, that part was funny, man. And then Aisha Hammett said, I really like you guys' show. I never get to see y'all live. Well, hey, come join us. We're here all the time. And you're watching us live, too. So shout out to you. We have a couple more, couple from SOTBP Conference. Why everybody tagged or tied up on Ange being around them? True. I think maybe because she's just a producer on the show and everybody wants to be in her good graces. They want to be on more episodes. They want to make more money.
Screen time.
Yes. They have careers. That's why they on there. They trying to sprout their careers.
Glow up.
Then another comment from you is, how you go off about somebody eating off the floor? LOL. That was gross. I mean, yeah, to each his own, I guess. First of all, Siani did it, and it was cute.
Okay, you got a little crush?
Maybe maybe a little bit. Last one I'm going to read is from Gloria Grace. Lil Mama is right about New York clubs, except it's not like 1 or 2 a.m., maybe around midnight. However, she was a host, and the host should be there early as people are coming in. Now, if it was Angela and JoJo saying they not going until 1 a.m. or so, then that's different. True, when you're a host, it's a little bit different. It's a lot different. You got to be there to greet all your guests.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That was wrong on her part.
So I definitely agree. Shout out to y'all for sending these comments and leaving comments, and we're going to keep shouting y'all out. So please keep tuning in and keep engaging with us. We love y'all. Thank y'all. And now, are you ready? It is time for the news and gossip.
AfterBuzz TV News.
Okay, so I got a couple things.
Yes.
First and foremost, so Ja Rule will be releasing all of his albums as visual albums.
Ooh.
And he will be making a video for every song he's ever made. And so he asked in a Twitter post, what songs would you guys want, what songs would you want to see as videos? He said this will be releasing in December 12th. But I was like, that's coming up.
Yeah, that's like
3
Christmas
months away.
time.
Okay, next one. So Fat Joe has a single with Cardi B. It's out on iTunes Music. I listened to it.
It's dope, right?
It's good, yeah, but it's all in Spanish, so I don't know what they're saying. But the beat was good, though.
I should have paid attention in Spanish class.
Yeah, I want to look up the lyrics. But it was good. Cardi's B, her verse was in English.
Oh, okay, dope.
Yeah, but most of it's Spanish. But we have this news together, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Fat Joe recently stopped by the Breakfast Club. That's a screen grab from it right there. Just him chilling next to Charlamagne. They asked him about the Growing Up Hip Hop show, and he said he's really only did it because of his son. He did it for Ryan. And he doesn't really like how TV attempts to pit families against each other and like expose the inner turmoil between families. So he's not really with that. And he said that the people are real nice at WeTV. And luckily in his case that he didn't really have to go against his family, which I'm sure he's solid. So he wasn't going to do that anyway. So he still got to have a pretty decent narrative on there. But no, it's interesting to hear like these celebrities talk about the inner workings and how everything happens and how it's about the drama.
But also news of Fat Joe. I should have said this when his single was on screen. But he's also coming out with a new album called Family Ties, and he said it took 2 years to produce. It has a lot of features. He said on the Breakfast Club, Mary J. Blige is on it. I also looked on some like off-brand website, like Lil Wayne's on there. Like apparently, hopefully that's true.
Yeah.
So he has a lot of features on there. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
I feel like Fat Joe has never, like, when was his last album?
A minute ago. But he has been
so long
relevant for
ago.
10 years, though.
Yeah, so he's definitely keep the career going.
Yeah.
So
And Envy heard the album and he said it's fire. Of course, Fat Joe thinks it's fire, but DJ Envy definitely said it's fire. And he don't call everything fire either.
But Angie on the on Breakfast Club also asked if Ryan is on the album. He said like they have different styles of music. Like he does stuff with like French Montana and stuff. So I'm guessing it's more like party club.
You're talking about Ryan does more of that type of stuff?
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. Well, at least he has a lane.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
It would be cool to kind of hear him on the album, though.
Yeah, that would be cool, like a father-son song.
Yeah, he should do like a DJ Khaled, throw him on the album and then give him actual credit, too, so that he can keep the family coming in, the money coming in.
Yeah. We're giving him ideas.
Yeah. Fat Joe, if you're listening, pay attention, man. We dropping gems for you right now. But you already know what's up. You a businessman. Anything else about this episode before we go into our predictions?
No, I think we're all set up. I really want to get into predictions, though.
Yes. Okay, well, let's start these predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
I've been ready for this.
Yes, and since you're so ready, I'm going to let you kick it off.
Okay.
What are you excited to see?
I'm so excited to see Designer and Flav's conversation. Like, is it going to be, like, erupting in flames and she going to be cussing him out? Or is it going to be, like, more like, Dad, I love you. Can we just have a great relationship?
Maybe a little bit of both.
Maybe both.
Because remember, was it Flea, I think, or one of them said that Designer and Flav are so similar. So that always makes for great conversation because they can both be volatile. They can both erupt at any moment, but they both so chill and they're also energetic. So it could go either way. I think she's definitely going to lead with love first because she's not stupid now. I think she's going to definitely lead with love. She's not going to try to trigger him too much, but at the same time, she's going to say what she wants to say. So I think it's going to start off lovey-dovey. Then at the end, they're really going to get into it. And I don't think it's going to get too crazy because I think they actually respect each other's boundaries, especially after all they've been through. But I do think we're going to get the highs and the lows.
Right.
So I'm
yeah. And I hope so. I really hope not. Let's say not hope so. I really hope not, Angie. This doesn't make sense. But I really hope Angie doesn't bring up the whole arrest thing anymore because that is very annoying.
If she does, kick her off.
Yes, it's very annoying. Like, stop. Can we get a new storyline?
Yeah, and I'm tired of writing down Bitter Big Sister Angie. Like, change my mind real quick. I don't want to write Bitter Big Sister Angie.
Yeah, it's just getting to a point where it's like, girl, we heard this.
Yeah. Yeah, please come with something new. Also, as a side note, I do want to see, speaking of Designer, going back to her, I want to see what's going to happen with her and YDB. Now that the smoke is kind of settled since the last episode.
And he wasn't even on this episode.
I know.
I'm hurt. He's
I feel
funny.
I feel like that means he's going to come back strong next episode.
He had to rest from his birthday.
He had to rest from knocking that cake on the ground and causing a scene and starting fights.
Yeah, but I hope they go on like another date or something. Do you think they will?
I don't think it's over. We're 4 episodes in. It's not over.
It's not over.
And they both wild. And he's not going to let go unless she does.
Unless his baby moms have something to say.
He don't care about them. He don't care. You know what, y'all? Let us know what y'all care about. Let us know what y'all want to see, what you think's going to happen, what you liked, what you didn't like, and what you think you might like. And as always, thanks for tuning in. We're here at the same time, same place every single Thursday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. My name is Byron. I'm one of your hosts. You can find me everywhere online at Hero from the 90s. You can catch me on Sunday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm doing the All That After Show. So catch me there. Missy, where can I find you?
Hey guys, you can find me on all social media platforms, including YouTube at Missy Vernier. Also, you can catch me on Flip It Like This Like After Show on Sunday at 8 p.m. Pacific Time.
Bang, bang. And until next time, stay blessed, stay beautiful, and stay buzzing.
Bye, guys.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.